Hello and welcome to episode 5. Yeah, we're on 5 now. So I did a little bit of mining off camera. Yeah, a little bit of mining, just a small bit of mining off camera, and got a few resources. So yeah, so new episode, new farms, another new start. Just so probably going to be a sugarcane farm, and I'm not sure what that's going to be followed with. Uh, is the sugarcane farm going to be a slime? No. Is the sugarcane farm going to be a flying machine, or is the sugarcane farm going to be a normal one? That is the current question I'm deliberating in my mind. Good thing of note is right next to my house there is a swamp, so I can kill slimes no problem. They'll be spawning here. I've got tons of slime, so I can make the slime. So I can make the slime blocks. So that is an option. Flying machine is an option. Is it the best option though? Because they can become extremely laggy. That's my worry. But they're a bit more efficient, and you can get more out of them than you can out of just a simple pistons pushing into a water system. So I think I might use a sugarcane farm with a flying machine, but I'm going to try and work the design to be a little bit less laggy. So, hopper minecarts underneath, of course, but this is where I'm thinking about it is maybe reducing the number of minecarts. Maybe that way I can reduce the risk. Oh. Okay. So yeah, so I'm thinking something like that. So I think I'm going to make a start on the sugarcane farm. I'll catch you in a bit when I decided what kind of design I'm going to use. So I've laid out the basic area. So glass encasing the place. This glowstone will eventually go right across to prevent mob spawns. Anyway, but I thought I'd quickly show you how we lay out the sugarcane. So this is, I don't know if it's the most efficient, but it's a bit more efficient than just having source blocks 4 around, and I'm going to be murdered by phantoms. I'm just going to go to my bed. So it basically is a little bit different. It kind of places them in L shapes almost, and I'm not sure why, but it's more efficient than normal, just placing a singular source block going 4 around, going ahead and moving across. And then another thing of note when it comes to this is you place the slabs down, because we're going to have hopper minecarts underneath. We can't really have source blocks, really. Not going to be great. Flooding it, breaking it all, not really an option. So we use slabs, and then just have them on the upper part of the slabs, so then and there you go, nothing flows down. That's one quite nice thing since the aquatic update. So yeah, so the way that I lay out the pattern is you go 1, 2, 3, 4, slab, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another slab, and so on. And the way you go across the way, if you make sure it's the right, is it's 1, 2, 3, back, and 1 across. Or if you come the other way, it's 1, 2, back, and 1 across again. So yeah. Anyway, now I'm just going to lay out this, maybe make the collection system, I don't know, and I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Actually, I'm going to go sleep first. So, I got started, and then I actually thought about the collection system. See, it's a hopper minecart collection system on rails, and it's just going to be, it has to be the block below. So the entire thing has to be 1 block tall in the little gap, the little area. So, wouldn't it be easier to lay down the tracks if I didn't have to deal with the roof and having to be prone the entire time? So I'm gonna put a pause on this. I got a bit of the way into it. I'm not gonna get rid of this. I'll just leave it there for now, or I might remove the dirt. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm actually gonna start. Ow! I need to put feather falling on my boots. I'm actually gonna start on the collection system. So I'm just gonna put the rails in. So I have the iron. Iron is not an issue. That is fine. Problem is powered rails, because you do need them to actually get the thing to move, which is fine. Oh, roses. Iron's not a problem at the moment. We don't need to worry about that. My problem is, okay, how did that thing live? Come here, I need to kill you. The problem is, gold. Oh, okay, it's done. Gold. I don't have a gold farm yet. It's on the list, but I don't have one. So I've got a few options. I can either go mining, which is okay. I do have gold. I do have some. I do have stuff. Like I got some from when I mined out that chunk. Diamonds. So there's plenty of gold. Is that enough? Maybe. Hopefully. Probably not. What I could do, which I'm kind of more wanting to do, is go find a bastion. Because they have gold in them. They have gold blocks. There's actually one right next to my portal, which I haven't raided yet. So, my idea is go to the bastion, get some gold. Anyway, I'm going to get my hands on some gold through any means. Place in the rails, because some of them have to be powered to be able to get them moving. And then I will build the actual land, then the flying machine. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Okay, so it's built now, and it's also quite loud. So, the collection system is done. That's just hopper minecarts, and they just simply go back and forth underneath, and they collect any items, and then they drop them off in the hopper just underneath. If you just look underneath there, at the very end, there is some hoppers, and that's where they drop off all the things. And if we come out here, you can see everything getting powered. Anyway, but then the hoppers come out here, and then we're gonna basically, I don't know, maybe send them up and then go into storage system, or maybe just have the storage system go down. Those are my options. Anyway, now I need to finish off all the dirt, and then I need to put the sugarcane in and flying machine. Okay. Catch you in a bit. So it's done. It's complete. Well, actually, it's not quite. 2 reasons. 1, I don't have enough sugarcane at the moment because I've used it all. I literally just before I built this, I had made a bunch of paper up, which was a mistake because now I don't have enough. Anyway, the second reason it's not finished is I've got nowhere for the hoppers to go. Right now, they just gonna sit in the hoppers, which is not a problem because it is not producing very much at all. Because, well, generally it doesn't, especially since this is actually a scaled down design. Because usually it's a bit longer than this. This is probably about half the length it usually is. It's a bit longer, maybe about there actually, maybe just another 10 or 20 blocks, but it isn't the full size. Anyway, but that's also, there's not even the full amount of sugarcane there. That's one reason why it's not ready. Anyway, so that's built. So that's the first part of this video done. So now what else to build? Well, here's the thing. Last time we built a village breeder. And it's fine. I'm sure it works. But I just don't spend any time at my base because I just keep all my resources necessary in this chest and in my under chest. Especially in these ones. So I never spend any time over there, so I never AFK, and I know I said, like, the whole, I don't want too many entities over here, mob cap affected, and all that, but let's just glance at this thing. Does that thing seem to have an efficiency problem? Does 3 extra mobs in that entity limit really gonna cause that much of an issue? No, not really. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a slightly different thing, because what I usually do when it comes to villages, I meant to say 2 extra entities. Anyway, well, 3, I guess. What I usually do is we'll go look at the design. What I usually do is I just have them sit in a room just adjacent. That's what this section here is. Just the triangular shaped area. So if you just look at it. So that's what I usually do. But I'm never over here. So these guys, well, they haven't even finished their farm. They need to have the full farms before they can breed. But I'm never over here. So they never get AFK'd. So I've made the painful decision. I want to try and move them from here to there. And I have some rails, as I've just made a few spare. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to shuttle them up, and then instead of having them basically stored right next to it, I'm going to have a giant pipeline that effectively pipes them out of my render distance, and maybe stores them, maybe even on the beach here, just somewhere outside where it won't affect the mob cap. Because the thing is, these thing does kick out villagers very fast. So yeah, so I think I'll have them just be put somewhere else, preferably high enough so I don't have to use too many rails again. So yeah, now I'm gonna have to build another scaffold thing. Last time I did it with pistons, and I almost wish I'd left the scaffolding in place to get them here, but I didn't. Anyway, so now I'm gonna build that. I've got spare rails and stuff, so I think it's this one. That is not enough, is it? Maybe. So anyway, so I've got to get them up. I'm thinking putting it here, or maybe even over here, just somewhere. Anyway, I'll catch you when I've built the rail. Nearly there, almost there, so close to getting there. So many powered rails. Almost there. Keep going, guys. No, 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 no. Not having you go the wrong way. Right. No, come on. Almost there. So it's complete with the shuttle off thing done as well, which, depending on how big this area gets, will probably need expanding. So I'll probably expand this area that way anyway. I need to take this rail down. Anyway, but it's working now. And I can tell it's working, because just down here, there's a baby villager. And when he grows up, he'll get pushed up, and then hopefully we'll just float right down, flow down, get to the very end, and then go out around the distance, and then the mob cap will go back up. And then this will just slowly get filled with mobs. Oh, yeah, so that's the hope. Anyway, right. Now I'm going to take this down, but that's enough for this episode. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. What are we doing next time, I wonder?